Hello everyone. One of the questions I always get asked for is, I'm a businesswoman, Isabella. What personal development tip can you give me? And I'm thinking, well, that's very broad. What exactly you're talking about? And they nearly always come down to, well, how do I find my purpose in the world? And I always say to them, purpose isn't something you find. It's not 50 pence on the street. It's not a £20 note on the street. It's not a book you put down and couldn't find. It's not a thing. Purpose is something that you develop over time, because we all change over time. The thing that we were when we were 8, we're not when we're 10 or 20 or 30, 40, 50. Every time we learn something, we grow. Every time we implement something, we grow, we learn. We either learn from the mistakes or we learn from the advantages, but we still grow. Now, purpose is something that goes hand in hand with your internal belief system and your internal values. So for me, I'm a vegan. I would never hurt animals. The reason I'm vegan is not just for health benefits, but primarily to avoid cruelty to animals. I love animals. I grew up with animals. I really like animals. Now, this is an internal value. It's an internal norm for me. It's one of my beliefs that I should never upset or hurt animals, and I don't. And my purpose, my overall purpose, is to satisfy 3 values that I have. Value number 1, do no harm to animals. Value number 2, do no harm to children. Value number 3, do no harm to the environment. So with those 3, I can bind my sense of purpose through those 3 values and those 3 beliefs, because they are beliefs. I do believe that the value in helping children, animals and the environment far outweighs any form of impact I could make by myself without having these values and beliefs. So if I take these values and beliefs and I package them up and I become something like a vegan advocate or a vegan coach, or something that's going to have impact, this is where I'm going to find my purpose, in helping other people to help animals, to help children, to help the environment, and to help themselves too. Now, this is purpose. Purpose is not something that you find. Purpose is not something you can go on a trek across the Andes and find. You may find your purpose up there, but it will come through internal reflection. It will not be something that you found under a hedge or a boulder or an iceberg or whatever it is where you're searching for. In life, society makes us believe that we're not whole, but we are. But whole as we are, all we need to do is put the pieces in the right place. We're all like a jigsaw puzzle, really, made up of different tiny pieces, but the problem is those pieces are jumbled up. They're not in the right order, so we can't tell whether we're making a hanging basket or a cottage with flowers. This is the problem, trying to find your purpose. So for today, I believe that this one exercise will help you start to find your purpose, figure out what your purpose is, and that is, get out your notebook, not your phone, not a computer, an old-fashioned notebook and a pen, and write down all the things that made you happy when you was a child and all the things that make you happy now, and circle the ones that you have a common interest, and there you will find your internal beliefs and values. And then you'll find where you can possibly find your passion. So for instance, if you loved exploring as a child and you still love exploring as an adult, you can guarantee that one of your internal beliefs is that you were born to travel, you were born to explore. And maybe you're sitting in an office right now thinking, I don't do any of that. That's where the disconnect comes in. So get your notepad out, write down what you loved doing when you was a kid, write down what you love doing now. Whether you get to do it or not, write it down. Or if there weren't limitations, what would you enjoy doing? Write it down, do it every day for 7 days, and then write down the things on each page that you have in common with each other. And this one thing that you will find at the end of the day is your purpose in life. So until next time, have a great